The last time I talked to you about dash cams, it was the 70mai A510, a great unit at a great price, always a good combination. And because of that, I'm looking at its newest offering, the A510, also a dual camera setup. Now, in the first video, I did a very simple installation job. I just plugged it into the USB port of my car for power. In that situation, it's pretty much just a really good dual channel dash cam. This time with the A510, I'm hardwiring it into the vehicle, which unlocks a lot of great technology. Things like Smart Park Guardian mode, 4G connectivity, and ADAS features. Those are nice to have, especially if you have an older vehicle. Now, two things before I start. If you order quickly within the first 30 days of availability on 70mai's site, they're offering a pretty substantial discount. I'll cover that and pricing later. Don't worry, it's affordable. Also, this is a sponsored video. 70mai sent this unit to me and is covering installation. But it's really important that I give you accurate information, okay? I'm not going to compromise there. All right, I'm going to do an unboxing later, but first of all, let's get to what everybody wants to know about, right? The image quality. It is a dash cam after all. The A510 is more affordable than the A810 and uses a Sony Starvis 2 IMX675 sensor. It does not record in 4K. It's QHD, halfway between high definition and 4K. 70mai uses a proprietary algorithm called Vivid Plus Solution to improve the picture quality and dynamic range. A510 supports dual channel recording. The secondary camera records in 1080p HDR. I've installed it to cover my 6 o'clock in case of a rear ender. Here's why you'd want even the most basic of dash cams. On my way home from the install, before I configured the system in any way, the A510 caught this bonehead maneuver. It's an extremely wide-angle view. She was much closer than it looks. I'm assuming you're watching this on a 4K screen to get the best idea of what the image quality is like. That's the file that I've uploaded. But a reminder that YouTube and other video sharing services use compression, okay? Keep that in mind. Here are some examples of the 510 in action. It's a smidge less wide than the A810, but coverage is still good. I work in video production. Image quality is important to me. It handles extreme contrast very well. The picky photog in me notices some distortion on the edges, but this is about surveillance and monitoring, not shooting a National Geographic documentary. In top resolution, it's possible to zoom in and read license plates, street signs, or clever bumper stickers. It doesn't have the 4K resolution of the A810, but chances are most owners won't need that. Also, the files aren't as large, so there's more record time. Everything is GPS and time-stamped, good for proof of an incident. I have absolutely no complaints about the image quality. It's excellent considering the price. 70mai seems to be pretty serious about building what it calls a legacy of excellence, thriving further. For what it's worth, the brand has top market share in Russia, Poland, Malaysia, and Thailand, countries that use dash cams quite a bit. Going into the menu, there's the option to either record audio or not. Obviously, I have it turned on. This is what it sounds like if you're interested. But what about nighttime? Things happen at night, things that you want to record. Okay, it's not 4K resolution, but I'm pretty impressed with night owl vision. 70mai's image processing works well. More than other cities, Seattle has a deep, inky black quality at night, especially in the wintertime, even more so when it rains, and it does that a lot. It doesn't help that Seattleites insist on wearing black clothing head to toe. Judge for yourself. But knowing what I know about imaging, the low light performance is solid. And a professional could go in and enhance things even more with software. That probably won't be needed. Most of the time, the footage is just used to show an event happening, not super fine details. This is old Ballard. Ballard used to be where the Norwegian fishermen used to live. And over the last few years, it's become really trendy. This is where all the really good restaurants are, and cool bars and music places. Yeah, fishermen can't afford to live here anymore, although fishermen make good money. Let's move on to the secondary camera. It doesn't have the same QHD image quality, it's 1080p HDR, but again, generally fine detail isn't critical. It's to prove to your insurance company that the knucklehead behind you was posting to Instagram and you're completely blameless for the rear collision. This imaging is perfectly acceptable. Considered high-end just a few years ago on all dash cams, front or rear. Here's some night footage for you to judge. Again, not as good as the front unit, but plenty acceptable. A510 records in a seamless loop, overwriting old videos. There's also a time-lapse feature, which would be fun for road trips. Pro tip, use a high-quality SD card, okay? It's worth it. It's easy to download the files. You can do it the old-fashioned way and pop the chip out of the A510 and import it directly into your computer, or you can download it to your phone using the 70mai app. It's available for both iOS and Android. The two units connect directly using Bluetooth. It's really easy to do. I've done it. It works. There's a whole bunch of features that I haven't talked about yet. But first of all, pricing. Normally this retails for $194, but 70mai has a special 30-day launch promotion for the A510 at its website. It's 25% off for a limited time, so $145, a solid deal for this kind of image quality. And join 70mai's Facebook page, and the price drops another 10% to around $131. Also, there's more features when it's hardwired to the vehicle. My Pro installation cost around $200. I didn't want to deal with the complexity of my unicorn of a car. It's a plug-in hybrid, only 2,800 of them were made. Hardwiring unlocks ADAS features. If you have an older vehicle, A510 adds lane departure alert, which is handy.
Lane departure.
I have it on medium sensitivity here. I think I'm going to drop it down. I find it a little bit too touchy. I know you don't space out using your phone at stoplights, but front vehicle start alert will signal when the car ahead moves.
Vehicle ahead motion detected.
If you're not paying attention. There's forward collision alert too. Again, I have this set to mid-level here.
Caution, front car.
And I might back that off too. It also detects pedestrians and bicyclists.
Entering the parking surveillance mode.
Hardwiring also adds 24-hour smart parking surveillance. The A510's G sensor detects movements and automatically records 30 seconds of video. How sensitive is it? That's sensitive. This could be useful in an insurance claim. Time-lapse dual-channel recording shoots a still picture every second during parking mode, compressing every 30 minutes into a 1-minute video. This saves memory card space. But again, do yourself a favor. Buy a large, high-quality card. They don't cost all that much more. Also, there's the 4G connectivity option. This requires a SIM card and a data plan, but it could be worth it for uploading videos to the cloud so all of your images are backed up. Everyone loves an unboxing, so let's get to that. First of all, let's look at the packaging. It's very well done, always a good sign. It's too easy to buy inexpensive junk. Be smart, get good equipment, no matter what you're buying. Here's the main camera unit with the protective film for the screen still on. Power connections are on one side, making cable routing cleaner. All of the basic cabling for the front and rear cameras is included. This is high quality stuff. The menu, which is pretty easy to figure out, uses these buttons. This is not a touch screen, and the A510 with its 2-inch screen is more compact than the A810 with a 3-incher. I prefer the smaller A510 form factor. Typically, while driving, I turn the display off, so the screen size doesn't matter. The rear camera swivels so you can position it properly. Very small, very discreet. People outside the car shouldn't even notice it. The hardwire kit is an extra cost. I'll beat a dead horse and tell you it's worth it. 70mai offers up good, clear instructions for basic installation, but if you're going to be hardwiring it, every vehicle is different, so you might consider a pro for that. Well, that about covers it. The 70mai A510 is a pretty darn good dash cam system with loads of features at a great price, especially if you take advantage of the special 30-day launch promotion. Around $145, that's for both cameras, a small price to pay for security. And to save another 10%, join 70mai's Facebook page. I'm trying to save you money here. The A510 does not shoot in 4K, but really QHD is quite good. And if you haven't seen my car review videos, check those out. I'm all about good photography and great accurate information because for many people, a car is the most expensive purchase they ever make. I take it seriously. Thanks for watching. I'm Tom Voelk.